Hey y'all, welcome back to Goalpost Barbecue and Cooking. If it's Goalpost, it's good. I'm your host, Robert Weathers, and here in our little house in Williamsburg, Virginia, we're gonna try something new today, or at least something that I've never made before, and that is Baltimore Pit Beef. Now, I've heard before people say that pit beef is Maryland's response to Texas barbecue. I don't know about that, but what I can tell you is that it makes a daggum good sandwich. I've traveled a few times when going through Baltimore to a place called Chap's Pit Beef. I encourage you to check them out online, or if you're near the Baltimore area, head on over and get a sandwich from them, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. What we're going to do here today is we are going to take this about 3.5 pound top round. We're going to cook it directly over charcoal. Hopefully get it to a nice char on the outside and a good rare to medium rare on the inside. Slice it thin and put it on top of a sandwich with a sauce, a special sauce called, what's it called? It's called tiger sauce. I was having a hard time remembering the name of it earlier too. So y'all stick around with us here today. We're gonna have some great sandwiches, and I know we're gonna have a lot of fun. Y'all stick around. Our ingredients here today are very straightforward, very, very simple. For the beef itself, we have here, like I said, about a 3.5 pound top round. As I understand it, any shoulder cut will do. This is top round. I was really actually looking for bottom round at the grocery store, but just could not find anything but this. So this actually was on sale, so that's good enough for me. For the seasonings here, we're going really simple. We're just going to have some black pepper and garlic salt is what we're going to use. Now, if you watch this channel a lot, you know that I love me some seasoning salt, but I'm going super simple for the purpose of trying to keep it as close to Baltimore style as possible. For the sauce, our ingredients, again, very simple. We are going to have mayonnaise and then horseradish with a little paprika for color, and I don't have the lemon right here, but I'm going to put a little squeeze of lemon juice in there as well on top of our bun. And the onion here will be sliced super thin and put on top of the meat on the sandwich. This is going to be very simple. I'm going to season this up, get the grill going, and then we're going to set her on and get her charred. To get started with our beef here, we're going to get our pepper and our garlic salt put on for seasoning. Now, normally I would put a binder if we were doing barbecue on here, but I don't think we really need it here today. We're not trying to get this to stick on and make a super crust like we would for like a brisket or something like that. So even though I say that, I am using coarse ground black pepper to try to catch on some of that smoke and maybe make a little bit of a bark here. And I'm not going to use a binder, I'm just going to pat it down with my hands. My hands have been washed, they're clean. If you want to use gloves for this, you go right ahead. So we're just gonna get this on here. This is a brand new bottle, so it's being a little difficult on the shake. That's all right. That's good there. I'll take my wedding ring off. Not bad. All right, should have opened that beforehand. Get the garlic salt on here. Now y'all, this is a big piece of beef. It can handle salt, so don't think that we're going to be way overdoing it here. Looks good. Let's flip it, and then we'll get it ready to go out on the grill. Okay, y'all, these coals are good and hot. They're not quite white here on the top, but we'll be all right. Now, what I'm going to try to do is try and replicate an open pit by putting these not on this side of the slow and sear where they're going to be really concentrated, but spread them out over the bottom of the grate here so that I can create a good amount of heat, but not a really searing amount of heat that we'd get if we did that over here. So I'm just going to dump it on this side of the slow and sear. There's going to be some flare-ups there because I made some chicken wings the other day, and there's a little bit of fat down there. I'm okay with that. I actually was expecting that the heat from the flames would light some of the little fat on the meat there. Gonna get the fat on the beef is what I'm talking about. Get the grate on here. And just, man, I'm having problems. There we go. And just let things settle down for a little bit. We'll go grab our beef and come right back. As you can see, we do have some flare-ups from the fat, that chicken fat that was down there. That's okay. Not coming up here in the middle too bad, so we're gonna go ahead and put this guy on. There we go. Got a bunch of seasoning still here, so we'll just let that fall where it falls. And I also have right over here a thermometer that we're gonna let ride right in the fat part of this guy here. There we go. Now we are gonna have to be flipping this thing here, so we're gonna watch it pretty close. The temperature on this is pretty high. You can probably hear the hissing. That's okay. If we need to take it off, that's part of the reason why I left this over here, so that we could have a zone to let it cool down and throw the lid on and just let it sort of cook indirectly for a little bit. But for right now, we're gonna try and let this cook directly. Smells great, y'all. Oop, there we go. Smells great. We'll check back in here in a minute. It's been not quite 3 minutes. We've got some good cooking going on over here. So I'm gonna take this and flip it. Yeah, gotta be real careful about this. That's okay. We're gonna keep an eye on it. And again, we can always take this and throw it over here and let it cook indirectly for a while, but we're gonna get this crust on here first. This thing is looking and smelling like a really yummy roast, y'all. So it's been 3 minutes on each side, so you can see here how it's looking there. It looks like the flames are toning down a little bit, so we're getting a little bit more bitter on the cooking. So I'm gonna let this sit on the side for a little bit here and start to take on the sides here too. The temperature internally is about 50 degrees. What we're looking for is about 120. I'd go as high as 130, but for the moment, we're just gonna let this sit over here and continue to char up. Looking pretty good, cautiously optimistic. Urge to kill, fading. If any of y'all are Simpsons fans out there, I hope you enjoyed that. All right, a couple more minutes. Alrighty, y'all, so we are only at about 55 degrees internal temperature, but this guy, as you can see, is nice and charred on the outside. It's looking pretty good all the way around here, and I'm not sure how much darker I really would like for it to get. So what I'm gonna do is, there's a lot of concentration in the coals on this side of the grill. I'm gonna take this and just move this guy over to this side of the grill and let this continue to burn, and let the temperature from the internal part of this continue to rise up. There is a little bit of a bald spot, as you might be able to see just here, but I've got the thermometer in there, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Anyways, I'm just gonna let this guy sit here for a while, come back and check on him in about 5 minutes, and what to say? I'm gonna put the lid on here so that we can contain the heat a little bit. Open up the vent, and we'll check back in about 5. It's been 5 minutes since we put the lid on this old girl. The temperature is up to 60 degrees internally, and I'm just gonna check on it real quick to make sure that she's not still charring too down on the bottom. No, we're doing okay there. So I'll show you here real fast. So that looks more or less the same as it did. I think that's okay. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to let this guy hang out here where it is with the amount of charcoal we have in here. If we need to put some more charcoal on, I got no issue with that. I can throw some more on over here and let it continue to cook indirectly. And then we're just going to let this baby come up to temperature. Like I said, about 120 is rare, I might get it up to 125 or so. About as far as I would go is 130. I don't think we need to go that far because we're gonna slice this and probably put it on a little bit more heat before we actually put it on the sandwich. Anyway, I'm happy with how this looks right here. So that tastes like beef, garlic, salt, and pepper. Nothing wrong with that. We're gonna leave this guy alone. I'll come back and check this intermittently, and then I'll check back in with you when it's about ready to come off. Okay, y'all, it's been about 15 minutes since I last checked in. As you can see here in the process here, I did add some more charcoal. It looks like it's doing pretty well over here. The heat is nice. Feels actually pretty moderate there. Now for some of y'all go on and give me the whole, oh, that's bad smoke coming off of there. It's doing just fine. Okay, it smells good, and I'm not worried about it. Actually, it smells pretty beefy over here. So just gonna check the other side of this guy here. Yep, still looking pretty good, but I am gonna flip it and let him catch some color there. All right, so it is currently at about 99 degrees, so we only got about 20-25 degrees left to go before we pull them off. It is starting to heat up a little bit more, so I'm gonna pull him on over here just a little bit. There we go, looking good. I'm excited to see the results. All right, y'all, it's been another 10 minutes or so. As you can see, I've moved the meat. I pulled the thermometer out because it started acting up on me. I'm not sure exactly what the temperature was, but I thought I'd use that opportunity to get some char on that far side there that had the thermometer entering it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this off here, and we're gonna use our trusty old instant read thermometer. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but let's see where we are. 127, really in the really deep parts. Yeah, 125, 127. I'm happy with that. So we're gonna pull this guy off and we are going to let him rest. Let's go make a sauce. As you can see, we have our beef resting over here. It's looking and smelling great. Time to make some tiger sauce, and this should be super duper simple. I got some paprika here for color. I put in a dollop of prepared horseradish and then 2 dollops of mayo. Y'all don't give me too much crap for the label here. It came from Walmart like that. It was the best looking one of the bunch, if you can believe it. Just put into the bowl here and mixed. And then a little taste here, let's see. Pretty good. I actually think it could use a little more horseradish. So I'm gonna add some more horseradish in here. I've never got that lemon. I thought that my wife was gonna go to the store, but it turned out that she was going to Kohl's, not to a grocery store. So that's okay, no worries. This will suit our sandwich just fine. Throw some more horseradish in here, let this beef continue to rest. We'll slice up an onion and we'll have some sandwiches, y'all. I'm ready. All right, y'all. Unfortunately, my audio for this clip is totally gone. So we're gonna assemble the sandwich here. Of course, we're gonna start by cutting into this beautiful beef and slicing it real thin. So I decided I was gonna slice right down the center here so that you could see, and I gotta tell you, I was happy with the way that looked. Look at that color. So we did a really good job, I think, of getting it to a nice medium rare, having pulled it off at, you saw the thermometer at 127 and letting it rest as long as we could. We did lose some juices, as you can see, but that's okay. I had already gone ahead and sliced up the onions as thin as I could. I managed to get them pretty transparent. I was pleased with myself for that.
And then I made the effort with the beef. Now you're going to see me struggle to get this beef pretty thin here. If you would really like thin beef and you don't have a deli slicer, what you can do is put it into the fridge and let it go ahead and just drop temp all the way, and then you'll be able to slice it really, really thin, really, really easily. You can see here I'm trying to slice against the grain so it pulls apart. Pretty good thin slice there though. Look how juicy it is. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, I just took a bite of it, as you can see. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you right now is, oh, that's so good. That's really good beef. Oh, yeah. Oh, yummy. Anyway, so as we slice this really thin here, what we're going to do is prepare our bun here. So that's just a Kaiser bun. Food Lion called it a bulky roll that I put onto the grill and let char a little bit there. I'm going to spread that tiger sauce real thick on there, both sides of the bun, because hey, why not? And just so you know, that mayonnaise earlier was Duke's mayonnaise, and it's the light version. I gotta tell you, that light Duke's is half the calories, and it is, in my estimation, every bit as good as the regular. So if you want to cut back on some calories with this, you can do it in that mayonnaise when you make that sauce. Keep slicing up nice and thin here as best we can, and then we're going to pile it onto the sandwich. Stick those onions nice and thin slices on top, and we'll be ready to go. Nice pull right apart. Get it stacked up there onto the sandwich. Now you can pile this on as high as you want. I tried to get what I thought was maybe about 4 or 5 ounces of meat on here. But when you're slicing it like this, you know, that gets pretty piled high pretty fast. So you just put on here what you think looks like a good amount of meat, and you'll see here in just a minute that I didn't skimp for myself here. Look at this bad boy. Oh, I'm telling you, this is going to be real good. Yummy.
All right, now y'all, it's time. Let's see if this Williamsburg resident born and raised in Atlanta can do some pit beef justice. Oh man, that is delicious. Oh man, wow. Oh, perfect with, I mean, the char is really present in there. It's not burned, but oh man, it's got a good taste on it. The meat is done just about perfectly. The sauce is creamy, of course, from the mayo, but has just a little bit of pizzazz from that horseradish. The onions, I mean, I think they make it. And even these good old Food Lion buns, man. Oh, that is... Oh, yeah. I'd make that every day. Holy cow. Oh, that's good. Hey, I really encourage you to try this at home. You can do it on a charcoal grill like I did. You could do it on a gas grill, no problem. Just make sure you watch your char level and get it cooked all the way up to the temperature that you like. Other than that, it's easy peasy. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. If you got any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments. If you got any comments, leave them down in the comments as well. I really enjoy interacting with you all. I look forward to 2021 being a very active year on the channel here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. And if you could do me a favor, tell a friend, share on your own page. I sure would appreciate that. I think I'm gonna head right back to this sandwich because man, oh man, is it good. Let me know if you try it. I wanna know how it turns out for you. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you take the time to watch my videos. And I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you found it helpful. Thanks again. We'll see y'all next time. Oh, well, what am I thinking? This sandwich is amazing, but we should know that, right? Because it came from Goalpost. And if it's Goalpost, it's good. Bye, y'all. What you think, buddy? Good boy.